Hi, we were looking at angles formed when a transversal intersects two parallel lines. If I have to name these lines, we had named them M and N, and this transversal was line L. Okay, then we had seen that there are four angles formed when L intersects M and four angles formed when L intersects N. Then we had also seen what are the names of these angles. First of all, we'll consider the corresponding angles. So corresponding angles, as we had seen, were the ones which I have made in same color. So angle 1 was corresponding to angle 5, similarly angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, and finally angle 4 and angle 8. These were four pairs of corresponding angles, right? Now when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, the pairs of corresponding angles are equal. That means angle 1 would be equal to angle 5, angle 2 would be equal to angle 6, angle 3 would be equal to angle 7, and angle 4 would be equal to angle 8. This is always true when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. So if I have to write this down, I would write it as, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. So when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Great. We could also look at a converse of this. That would read, if a transversal intersects two lines, any two lines, such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are said to be parallel. That means if we did not know that M is parallel to N and we were just given that angle 1 is equal to angle 5, then we can infer that M would be parallel to N if angle 1 was equal to angle 5. Then this would be true. Or for that matter, any other pair of corresponding angles was given equal to us, then we could have inferred that these two lines would be parallel to each other. Now that's about corresponding angles. Let's look at if there's a relationship between alternate interior angles. So when we spoke of alternate interior angles, we saw that angle 4 and angle 6 are a pair of alternate interior angles, and similarly angle 3 and angle 5 are a pair of alternate interior angles. Now can we find out certain relationships between alternate interior angles? Let's see. So this here was our angle 1, this was angle 2, this was angle 8, and this was angle 7, right? Now let us assume that M is parallel to N. These two lines M and N are parallel to each other. When that happens, we know that angle 2 would be equal to angle 6. Angle 2 equal to angle 6 because they are a pair of corresponding angles, right? Since they are a pair of corresponding angles, we know angle 2 equal to angle 6. Now can you see that angle 2 is also equal to another angle? Angle 2 is equal to this angle right here, angle 4. And can you tell me why? Perfect. Yes, they are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Because this line L here intersects line M, and 2 is vertically opposite to angle 4, and we saw that vertically opposite angles are always equal. So angle 2 is also equal to angle 4. From these two conditions, we see that angle 4 would be equal to angle 6. And angle 4 and angle 6 are nothing but are alternate interior angles. So angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Similarly, we can also prove that angle 3 would be equal to angle 5. So what we've just done is we have said that all pairs of alternate interior angles are equal when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. So if I had to write this down, this would be, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal, each pair. So angle 4 is equal to angle 6, this is true, as well as angle 3 equal to angle 5, this is also true. Now we could also look at the converse of this. That would state, if a transversal intersects any two lines and the pair of alternate interior angles is given to be equal, that means it is given that angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then we can say that M would be parallel to N. So it's just the opposite of the statement that we saw here, which said that if M is parallel to N, angle 4 will be equal to angle 6. Now I've said that if 4 is equal to 6, then M would be parallel to N. So that was about alternate interior angles. Let's look at what's the relationship between two interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Let me get the figure back. So if M is parallel to N, this is given to us, and L is the transversal to lines M and N. Now let's look at what are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Angle 4 and angle 5. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 6. These are two pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Let's look at what is the relationship between these two pairs of angles. We know that angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Why? Because they are a pair of alternate interior angles. We also know that angle 5 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. Why is that? Because this line N is divided into two angles, angle 5 and angle 6. So angle 5 and angle 6 form a linear pair of angles. So if I substitute the value of angle 5 from this equation into this equation, I would get angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. Right? That means angle 3 and angle 6 are supplementary. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. And similarly, angle 4 plus angle 5 would be equal to 180 degrees. In words, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is 180. Similarly, angle 3 plus angle 6 is 180 degrees. We can also look at the converse of this particular statement. That would be, if a transversal intersects two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel to each other. That means angle 4 plus angle 5 is 180 degrees. If this is given to us, then we can easily say that line M is parallel to line N. So that's about the relationship between angles formed when a transversal cuts two parallel lines. Let's see what happens when two lines are parallel to the same line. Now let me get the figure. So if these are three lines M, N and O, and there's a transversal line L, and we know that M is parallel to N. We also know that line O is parallel to line N. Then we have to find out the relationship between these two lines M and O. Now let me draw certain angles, these three angles. So let this be angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Since M is parallel to N, we know that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Because they are corresponding angles. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Again, because they are corresponding angles. From these two relationships, we can say that angle 1 equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3, or angle 1 is equal to angle 3. And since these are corresponding angles, we can say that line M would be parallel to line O. So we know that lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Since M was parallel to N, O was also parallel to N, so M is now parallel to line O. Happy learning!